Good morning, class. Today we're going to be working with poems. Now, our objective for today is the learner is expected to explain how figurative language contributes to the meaning of a poem, guys. So, does anybody know what figurative language is? Figure of speech. Okay? Figurative language, guys, is a word. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Before I start the lesson, take out your reading journals because I'm gonna introduce new vocabulary, and I want you to write it down in your journals. Okay, guys? Everybody, take out your reading journal, please. Ready? Okay. Write this first word, guys. Figurative language. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Figurative language. Okay, let's start. As I write, you write too, guys, okay? Figurative language is a word or phrase the writer, whoever writes the poem, uses to make his or her work more dramatic or interesting, guys. Figurative language is a word or phrase the writer uses to make his or her work more dramatic or interesting. Okay, guys? Did everybody write down this vocabulary on your papers already? Now with this lesson, there's a lot of figure of speech the writer can use, but for the sake of this lesson, we're only gonna focus on 4 figure of speech. Okay, guys? Which are, don't write them down, guys. I'm gonna write the definition. And some examples you're gonna write it down. But I'm just gonna introduce them to you. The first one is a hyperbole, a metaphor, a simile, and personification, guys. So those are the 4 we're going to be focusing on today. Okay, guys? So did everybody already wrote this down on your paper? Because I'm going to erase it. I can show you the vocabulary words. The figures of speech. Ready? I'm going to erase it, guys. The first one is a hyperbole, guys. Is that right? You right. A hyperbole, guys, is an extreme exaggeration to make a point. Okay? An extreme exaggeration to make a point. Does anybody know an example of a hyperbole? Something that you exaggerate about. Anna? That's a good one. Look what Anna said. I have tons of homework. What is Anna exaggerating here about? That she has tons. She used this word, tons, to exaggerate her homework. She might have 3 or 4, right, Anna? But you're exaggerating because it feels a lot to you. Well, this is a hyperbole, guys. Another example, guys, would be I am so hungry I could eat a cow. So here I'm exaggerating my hunger, right? That I am so hungry that I could eat a cow, guys. Maybe I could not finish the whole cow, but I'm exaggerating how hungry I am. That is a hyperbole, guys. The second vocabulary term is a metaphor. Does anybody know what a metaphor is? No? Okay, let's define it and you write it down on your paper, okay guys? Metaphor. PH is not an F, guys. Sounds like, but it's not an F. It's a PH. Metaphor is a word or phrase used to compare to people, animals, places, or things. Okay, guys? The first example is you do bread. The hospital. What's a hospital? Correct. When you go to when you're sick, right, guys? A hospital was a refrigerator. Refrigerator. Okay, guys? Here you're comparing two things. That the hospital was a refrigerator. What is trying to say? That the hospital was cold, like a refrigerator. It was a refrigerator. When somebody went to the hospital, it was like a refrigerator. Not like it was a refrigerator, okay? The second one is the alligator's teeth are white daggers. Here you're comparing an alligator's teeth, a teeth, with a white dagger. So what is a dagger, guys? Does anyone know what a dagger is? Raise up your hand. Julio? A sword? Sword? Well, it's kind of like a sword. It is sharp. It's like a mini sword, like a knife. So they're comparing that the alligator's teeth, they're very sharp, like a dagger. Okay, guys? Those are the first two. I'm going to erase them, guys. Does everybody have it written down on your paper? We need two more, and then we're going to go with our lesson. Proceed with our lesson. Okay? So what is a hyperbole, guys? An exaggeration. Good job. How about a metaphor? When you compare two things, right? Or animal, place, or thing. You're doing excellent today, guys. We have two more. The next one is a simile. Repeat after me, guys. Simile. Not smile. Simile. Okay, guys? Simile might confuse you with the metaphor because they are like alike. A simile is used to compare two things that are alike in some way. Okay, guys? However, to distinguish between a simile and a metaphor, a simile uses the word as or like to compare the two things. Now, an example would be this room, this classroom, guys, is as cold as ice. So you're saying that you're comparing that this room is cold as ice. So it's very cold. Is ice hot, guys? No, right? It's cold. So here, this phrase uses as, so this is a simile, guys. Remember when the metaphor, the hospital was a refrigerator? It is cold, but here they're using as to compare the word, okay? Another one would be, She drives like a turtle. Here I'm making my phrase more dramatic, right? A figure of speech, this is more dramatic. And I'm using what word to compare? Like, right guys? She drives like a turtle. So what I'm trying to exaggerate here to say here is that her driving is like a turtle. Does a turtle walk fast or slow, guys? Slow, right? So I'm saying here that she drives like a turtle. She drives slow. The last one, guys, is personification. Personification. Write it on your paper, guys. The writer uses personification, guys, to give human people, persons, human qualities to an object or animal. So basically you give life to an object, human life to an object or an animal, okay guys? So I can say this, okay, when I throw it up, this marker jumped like a, let's say, an Olympian, like somebody who runs, okay guys? So the first example is lightning, when it rained, lightning danced across the sky. So here guys, you're saying, you personify the lightning, you give it human qualities that it dance. Who dances? Do animals dance? No, right guys? So humans dance, right? That lightning danced across the sky. So when it went like that, I'm sorry, I'm not a good drawer. So the lightning, when it flashed, it danced across the sky. The next one is the moon played hide and seek with the clouds. So here we gave human qualities to the moon. So when the clouds went over the moon played hide and seek. It was there, and then the clouds covered it, it was not there anymore. So you just gave it human qualities. Okay guys? Those are the 4 figure of speech that we're going to be focusing on. And we're going to read a poem together, and then we're going to explain how the figurative language used in that poem contributes to the meaning of the poem. So we're going to analyze it first, identify the figurative language, if any. Not all of them are going to be present, but we're going to try to identify them, okay guys? And then we're going to explain how that contributes to the meaning of the poem, okay guys? Okay, for this one. Does anybody have this written down on your papers? Because you're going to use it when you read, so you can refer to your vocabulary terms so you can identify them with me. Yes? Okay. I don't know how this works. Okay. The poem we're going to read today, guys, let me turn off this light first. It's called When the Sidewalk Ends. When the Sidewalk Ends by Phil Silverstein. Okay, guys? Give it a few seconds to load. There. Let's read together. I'm going to read it, okay guys? Let's read it first and then refer back to it and identify the figure of speech that we see there. That we analyze and identify, okay guys? Where the sidewalk ends. There is a place where the sidewalk ends. And before the street begins, there the grass grows soft and white. And there the sun burns crimson bright. And there the moonbird rests from his flight, to cool in the peppermint wind. Let us leave this place where the smoke blows black, and the dark street winds and bends, I'm sorry guys. Past the pits where the asphalt flowers grow, we shall walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and watch where the chalk white arrows go to the place where the sidewalk ends. Yes, we'll walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and we'll go where the chalk white arrows go, for the children they mark and the children they know the place where the sidewalk ends. Hey guys? There's a few vocabulary terms that I want you to be aware of, and those are, I have it here. First of all, what is a sidewalk, guys? It's when you walk, right? When you go home, maybe if you walk home from school, beside the street, there's like a gray pavement. It's pavement. It's like a little trail, and you walk by there. That's the sidewalk. How about crimson? Crimson. Does anybody know what crimson is? No? Okay. Crimson is having a dark red color. A dark red color. That's crimson. How about asphalt? Asphalt. Asphalt is like a black sticky substance that is mixed with sand and like pebbles, and it becomes hard afterwards. Have you seen the pavement, the streets? That's asphalt. Okay, guys. What other one? Okay, those are about it. So let's try to identify this figure of speech used there. Does anybody know where somebody exaggerated? Where the writer exaggerated? Can anybody identify that? No? Okay. So here, look, guys. Let's refer to the fourth sentence on the first stanza, okay, guys? And there, the sun burns crimson bright. So isn't the writer exaggerating the sun there? That it burns like dark red, like dark bright red. There, that, guys, is a hyperbole, guys. Okay? How about a metaphor? Remember when you compare two things, animal, places, or things? Two animal, person, place, or things? Who said that? Peppermint? Yes. There. Where is it? Too cool in the peppermint wind. So here, they're comparing that it was cool with the peppermint. What is a peppermint, guys? It's like a plant that is fresh. Have you ever tasted that peppermint gum? Well, that is peppermint. When it's cold, it's fresh. So the wind was compared to a peppermint. Okay, guys? That's the metaphor. And honestly, I don't see any as or like, so we don't have any similes, right? No. But I do see a couple of personifications, guys. Do you see it? What's a pit? Past the pits. What's a pit? A place, an area. Past the place where the hard flowers grow. Hard, remember, guys? Like black, hard substance. Flowers grow. So that is a personification, guys. Here the flowers are being personified with human quality, that it grows. And then here we have another one. watch where the chalk point arrows go. So they're saying that the arrows are going. Okay, guys? So we identified personification, simile, and hyperbole. I do see another form of figure of speech, but we're not going to focus on that, guys. That one is alliteration, where the first consonant, the first consonant letter of a word repeats. For example, we shall walk with a walk that is measured in stone. So here, the W is repeated 4 times. Walk. We shall walk with a walk. That is alliteration, guys. But don't worry about that one yet. That's going to be in your future, okay? So those guys, these are figurative language, and it does not only happen when writers write. We use it sometimes when we talk. For example, how Maria said that she has tons of homework. And when we say that it's raining cats and dogs outside, it's not literally raining cats and dogs, but it's just, that's a form of hyperbole, guys, because we're exaggerating the rain, okay, guys? Or, I am cold as a ice. You're comparing, that's a simile. So, it does not only happen in poem, guys, but the writer does use it to make his work more dramatic, more interesting, and to entertain whoever reads it, the reader, to entertain the reader. Okay, guys? And this concludes my video presentation. Thank you.